Morning Rush.
Top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates. Number 5. Coming from Vanilla Bean Lux. Sometimes you need to bleed to know that you're alive.
Yeah.
Lock on... No. Rich Baboy says, I always get what I want. So if I cannot have you, then I don't want you.
It's the other way around.
The other way around.
Nice.
Monster Radio, RX 93.1. Good morning, everyone.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
If anyone's even up.
I don't think so. It doesn't look it. I mean, the roads look so empty.
And it's perfect to stay in because it's
rainy
stormy.
And
it's a holiday.
You don't really have to be anywhere, probably.
So maybe we can just,
relax.
Take out some sleeping mats. Just sleep here.
Yeah, just
chill.
you guys are meant to just stay at home and relax. That's all you need to do.
You know what? You're right. Okay, but anyway, I was thinking maybe we should do a really chill top 10. But I posted it on Twitter already.
Yeah, we'll see because there are call centers.
Well, there are.
And they also have to go to work because I don't think it's a holiday in the countries they service.
No.
Right?
The U.S., they have work. What is the two?
Well,
what are the 2 days?
I have no idea.
You're right. I mean, if I suddenly
know.
start to remember what is August 28th?
Isn't it, what do you call this?
And why 2 days? Oh my goodness, what sort of broadcasters are we?
Well,
we don't even know why it's a holiday.
Maybe somebody will tell us.
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
They'll probably shake their heads and then text us.
Yeah.
But okay, today we have a top 10. Okay, let's do this. It matches the weather.
Okay.
Somebody, a no name though, didn't say who, texted in last week. So we are looking for the top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates. What did you write as a tweet, as a status update?
If you even got brokenhearted when Twitter is around.
Yes.
Because some people, if you've been here, if you've been on Twitter, if you've been in a relationship since 2005, you most likely have not had a broken heart.
Yes.
Right? And I think, wasn't Twitter on in 2007?
I actually don't remember.
I think 2007 or 2008.
The one that I really remember is it started, for me, the Oscars.
The Oscars, yeah.
And we were like, what's tweet? They kept saying, just tweet us. And we're like, what the heck is
tweet?
And even when I found out that it was Twitter, I was like, what the hell is Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but nevertheless, you can just make it up. It's all right.
And it doesn't have to be yours.
It doesn't have to be yours.
If you read somebody who was heartbroken and then they tweeted about it or put it on their status update.
On their Facebook.
It would be interesting to see what people have written when they were heartbroken.
Okay, or maybe you want to write it.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened, but you want to write it.
Because remember, we would write in our diaries, in our journals.
Those things. Well, now it's LJ, live journal.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates. Let's start off at number 10 from Dore Rose. I once read this on Twitter. I tried to be the sweetest girlfriend for you, but turned out you're emotionally diabetic.
Oh, he can't stand the sweetness.
Because there are people who are like this. They
really are. They can't stand affection. They can't stand being mushy or even just saying I love you. They really can't.
A friend recently tweeted, there's a difference between loving and smothering.
But then that's a fine line.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people love to say I love you. But sometimes people can't say it and don't want to say it.
Yeah, but it's weird because it was on Twitter.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't know if he already told her.
Oh.
I mean, like if they've already talked about it. So to a degree, you kind of can. But if she doesn't know.
Yeah, and then you take it on Twitter instead of talking to them first. I mean, that's really a problem, especially when you're dealing with people who are close to you.
Yeah.
I think if it's just a stranger and you got angry, you can go to Twitter.
Yeah.
But when it's somebody you love and then you go on Twitter or Facebook and they have no idea and then it kind of surprises them.
Yeah.
And then you have common friends and then they start talking
say, hey,
about
what you talking about? Is this you?
Are you guys okay?
Are you smothering your
fighting?
boyfriend? Oh. That's horrible.
But I think it's done nowadays.
Yeah.
A lot of people do this.
And speaking of, we just talked about the plane landing, right? Yahoo spelled it twits, not tweets.
TWITS?
Yeah.
Weird.
I found that a bit strange.
It has to be a tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they spelled it twits.
Okay. Maybe it's a new thing.
I know. Number 9 from Ashaman Lester. Every day I get better at faking a smile and pretending everything's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're... Some people, they're okay with people seeing them down. Maybe those are the people who are, you know, generally...
Okay.
Okay, or maybe they're masimangot. People are used to seeing them sad. But if you're the jolly type, it's a little bit difficult to show everyone that you're hurting inside.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit more... You have a bigger tendency to hide it.
That's like... it's funny because I almost tweeted something like that.
Yeah?
From the track of my tears. From...
Smokey Robinson.
Smokey Robinson, as done also by Go West. That was supposed to be my tweet.
Yeah?
Take a good look at my face. You'll see a smile is out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the track of my tears.
You put up, I think, more for... Because there are people who are emo.
Yeah.
They don't care if you see that they're emo.
Yeah.
They're wearing it like a badge.
Yeah, but people who try to hide it, of course, you know, there will be more people looking at you. Aha! Today you're down. Why?
And you want to hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 8 from Cristiano Ronaldo. I tried. Period. You didn't. Period. I'm done. Period.
Oh, yeah.
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 Simple as that.
Yeah, I remember someone tweeting, ayoko na. Period. That's it. And you kind of know that it was about
the
love.
Relationship. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
They've had it.
Number 7 from Yonti Fian. Embrace your pain, but never poison your joy. Because, you know, it is possible.
Yeah.
I mean, you're embracing your pain. Like, let's say your heart was broken. You broke up with your boyfriend. You're embracing it. Like, okay, I know this. I'm in pain. It's done. It's painful. But let's say you're happy at work. You don't poison that.
Yeah.
You're happy with your friends. You don't poison that. You're happy with your family. You don't poison that.
Yeah.
You just embrace the pain that you have with your ex.
Yeah.
But don't poison what's still good.
Yeah. I agree.
There are people who tend to like make Hawa everything.
Everything. It's like, okay, I broke up. Nothing in the world
is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the entry that caps off the bottom half of the top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates, whether yours or other people's, comes from Desi Oh So Fly.
Desi Oh So Fly says,
I may regret the way we ended, but I will never regret what we had.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Usually it's the ending that's all horrible.
It's really positive.
Yeah.
Because some people, you're like, okay, because of what happened at the end, then I guess it cancels out everything that we had. Since you're a jerk, then everything we shared must have been fake. Because you were such a liar.
It's tempting to say that.
Right? Because you would think, then I know, it can't, because I've heard a friend once say, because of what I found out at the end, then everything I knew about you was a lie.
Well, sometimes that's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it's like,
that's true.
What I loved about you turned out to be wrong, so the whole basis of me loving you
is gone.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, sometimes there are cases where that's the case.
Yeah.
But then there are cases when it's really just the ending.
It's just the ending. Oh, wow. Okay. Perfect for a rainy Monday.
I know.
It's a deadly combination of rainy day and Monday, and then we have a heartbreaking top 10.
Okay.
So, the top 10. But you know what? We do not have a shortage.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
I'm glad to announce we have a lot.
Well, we shouldn't be glad because that just means there have been a lot of heartbreaks.
That's a given. 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates. Let us start off at number 5 from Alvin Hawyunla. Yung bago mong boyfriend, parang moon. Iiwang ka din pagdating ng araw.
Pagdating ng araw, literally.
Pagdating ng araw and pagdating ng araw.
Sunrise.
Number 4 coming from Mary Chris Sipal or Sipat. I hate that moment when you realize you love someone more than they love you.
Yeah.
Because you don't know it at first.
Yes.
And then, there's this one day, one moment.
One moment.
When you're like,
oh. And it feels like you've been left standing in the rain.
Because you know what? If the love is equal,
more or less,
you don't even notice. You don't think about like, I wonder who loves who more. Because it doesn't feel it. It doesn't matter. Everyone's getting what they need.
Well, it's never equal.
It's never equal.
But
you don't notice it. You don't go, someone's loving somebody more.
Because by the time you notice that they don't love you as much, that's a big difference already.
Yeah, you're already noticing something.
And it's not a small difference. It's a huge difference. Like maybe they don't include you in their future plans.
But you do.
Or they're planning to go out with other people.
But you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're planning to get married, but it doesn't include you.
Yeah, it's with somebody else.
But this is your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, coming from Alemange. When you finally miss me, please remember it was you who left, not me.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes you're like,
it's not the one who leaves who only misses.
Exactly.
That's true.
Right? And sometimes you don't, obviously, it doesn't happen until after the fact.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I miss her.
Yeah.
I thought I wouldn't because I wanted out so badly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number 2, coming from Alan Agrao. See you next lifetime, bitch.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And it's like, I don't want to see you here in this life. I don't care. 50 years from now, I still don't want to see you. Maybe next lifetime.
I guess it was a bad breakup.
Yes. And the top heartbroken tweet or status update comes from Ashaman Lester.
Ashaman Lester says,
don't push me away. Just tell me to leave.
Oh. Yeah, because some people do it so that you'll break up with them.
Yes.
So they don't have to be the bad guy.
It's like, I leave. I mean, I won't like it, but I leave. I'd rather that you just tell me so I'll go. Pushing me away.
Yeah. And I think there are so many bad guys out there.
Yeah.
And as much as there are bad girls.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why girls have to be really, really smart about who they let into their lives.
Yeah.
I mean, of course you can be strong and then you can deal with a lot of jerks.
Mm-hmm.
But for girls who are not, they think, oh, guys are great.
Yeah.
You really have to think about it because so many of them are out there they're jerks.
And I'm surprised. Just don't ask me where, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just don't ask me the source. But I was watching something.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of...
The Buzz?
No. Don't ask me. I just told you. And then guys were being interviewed.
And
I swear, 100%. I couldn't believe it. I was like, seriously? Like, they really they have 5 girlfriends at a time. Or one would say, I don't stay with a girl longer than 2 weeks. I just do it with them and then I leave, go on to the next.
Yeah,
and I was like, wow. So, I couldn't believe 100%.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot, but I'm like, really? That's how it works?
I think that's true. I really think that's true.
Wow.
And I don't even say that for effect or anything. Guys are really like that.
And the way they talk about it's almost as if they're not human.
Yeah, or that they're not hurting people.
They're not, yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And one was saying, one time I had five girlfriends at a time, but even that wasn't really enough. So I have to change all 5. Wow.
I hope their excuses they're young.
They didn't seem that young.
Yeah, I knew it.
I swear, but I just couldn't believe it. I was like, really?
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Here's the news now. A Philippine Airlines passenger plane that reportedly experienced a landing gear problem safely landed in Los Angeles. The PAL aircraft carrying 420 people landed at the LA International Airport, or LAX, according to U.S. television network KNBC. KNBC reported via their Twitter account, quote, Philippine Airlines 747 lands safely at LAX, reported landing gear issues. Shortly before the safe landing, KNBC broke the news that the PAL plane would be trying to land at the LAX and that a crash team had been called for the expected landing. This is so scary. It was not immediately known where the PAL flight was headed before the safe landing in LA. Soon after KNBC's tweets, PAL confirmed the safe landing of its aircraft through its Twitter account as well, saying, Flight PR-102 landed safely at Los Angeles. Details to follow.
Did you see the video? There's one on YouTube, the one that they post, of the actual landing.
Oh.
And it was live. You know what? Even if I know that they landed safely, it was scary because the anchors of the show, of the news telecast,
yeah.
they were describing the landing live.
Okay.
They had a camera. I don't know how they were able to do it though.
They had a camera
not
on the
inside,
runway,
but following the plane as it landed. It's as if there was another plane next to it, following it as it approached the runway. And they were saying, okay, let's see if they would be able to make it this time. Apparently, the first time around, they were like so close. The wheels were about to touch the runway when last minute they pulled up.
Okay.
And they didn't know what it was exactly. They could until now. Actually, they haven't described what the landing gear issues were. They thought it was a misapproach, which is, as they are going down, they realize maybe they're too high, too low, too fast, too slow,
or their runway wasn't long enough.
So basically, it's an aborted landing. But this one, there were landing gear issues, like either the landing gear didn't. I don't know. Something
maybe one
wrong.
wheel wouldn't go down.
Right?
Because
Something
that
like
is a problem.
And they were describing it. It was scary because they were like, okay, let's see. Please, hang on to your seats because we don't know what will happen. We hope they're able to land. But, nothing really happened. And but the crash team was there.
But my gosh, there are 420 people who probably know what was happening.
Mm-hmm. It was big in the U.S. Well, because it's there. It was landing there. More than it was here. I only knew about it because of Twitter. Because people started saying, "Oh my goodness, there's a PAL flight that might not be able to land," and everyone's so scared.
And more than the takeoff, the landing is the bigger problem. Because when you take off, you're going into the skies, which is a bigger space. But when you're landing on a strip.
And supposedly,
and this is a 747.
Someone tweeted that supposedly, I'm not sure, okay, this is unconfirmed, but rumors are Annabelle Rama was in that plane. Was on that flight.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly.
But you couldn't shush her if she
Who knows? Do you follow her?
No, I tried.
Because there is one, the official one, right?
Yeah, because she and her daughter, Rupa, they do tweet. I don't know. Wow. But the good thing is, at the end of the day, they were able to safely land the plane.
Yes, that's the important part.
Yeah, you really have to give it to PAL pilots.
That's what they were saying.
You really have to. That's been their reputation ever since. A smooth landing.
And they were interviewed, I think, afterwards or something.
Yeah, of course, because not the Philippine, the what do they call it? The body that investigates.
Yeah.
FAA.
That's for I think so.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Is that a worldwide thing?
Wherever there is a plane crash or plane problems, there will always be an investigation by this body.
But what I heard is, in general, if airlines could avoid talking about airline problems,
of course,
they would rather not.
Of course.
Because they don't want scaring people.
Yeah.
So if they actually if they could, notice how you hardly hear of any details. Until now, there's still sketchy details. Nobody's really said anything.
Well, except air crash investigation.
Exactly. But other than that, the actual airlines would rather not tell the people
because they stand to lose money.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at the end of the day, 420 people are safe in LAX.
Very, very happy.
Phew. Yeah. That is the news. The first one here on the Morning Rush.
That who I think it was Mr. Vader who tweeted. He was like, "It's the new product of. It's the latest product from Steve Jobs before he resigned.
What?
I quit."
I just hope he's going to be okay.
Because what's sad is he didn't quit because it was time for him to let go.
No.
Or because his tenure was done.
I think he still has a lot to give us.
It's because he was not feeling well. And I guess that's what makes it tragic.
And I think it's really,
it's health issues.
It's health issues and something he can't fight anymore.
Yeah. I really find that it's infernally sad. The idea that you're on top of the world, you're like the CEO of the most important, the biggest, most influential companies in the world. Yeah. And you can't do anything about it.
Well, he tried. He did present the iPad.
Yeah.
He handled that.
It's just sad.
But we wish him well.
I know. And for somebody who gave us so much happiness,
so much happiness.
I swear.
When it comes to gadgets, and say what you want about Apple.
I know.
And how sometimes they really just want to get our money. But for some reason, we don't mind so much.
Yeah, all the joy we've gotten from our iPods, our iPhones, our iPads, our Mac, MacBooks.
Yeah, that's true.
Kit Rich says, good morning, Chico. So the top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates. So let's start off at number 10 from Macabebe53. If you notice, there are so many first time.
I know. Why is that? Because it's a holiday?
I don't know, but we're enjoying it. It's nice that we've got a new New people joining us. So it's the family's growing. Macabebe53 says, think of heartbreaks as blessings. It's God's way of saving you from the undeserving ones.
Well, that's what we want to think.
Yeah.
But what? Okay.
Because what came to mind was like, because sometimes you're the undeserving one.
What do you mean?
I mean, we always assume that it's the ones who broke up with us, or we broke up with them. Ay, huy, ay, ay.
Sorry. What was that? Sorry.
You know, that they're the ones who don't deserve us.
Sometimes we're the one who's not deserving of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
remember,
true.
If you ask them from their perspective, it could be the other way around.
Yeah. It's just that because you don't know it because it's you.
Yeah. I mean, that's what came to mind when I was reading this entry.
Well, I was thinking more like, but what about those guys who are really nice and then they marry somebody else and then they're good to their wives, so you can't really say that they're...
yeah.
And those things happen.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to think that you're being spared.
And let's face it, sometimes what happens is you broke up with a good guy and you end up marrying the bad one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
it's like,
what happened then? That was a breakup.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know. We never
really
know. Because I wish it was always that case.
And it's not like God can confirm. He's not like a celebrity you can interview, right? And say, well, did you really mean it this way?
And did you really spare me?
Yeah, because you can't. I mean, it's one way for most people.
Yeah.
You remember what they said? Like if you talk to God, it's something, but when God talks to you, it's schizophrenia or something, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. There was a quote.
Yeah.
Number 8, coming from, because supposedly God answers you, but in a different way, not literally.
Yes.
Not with a actual
I think when
voice.
you talk to God, it's prayer.
It's prayer. There, I think that's it.
When
God talks back,
to you, that's schizophrenia.
Number 9 from it's Miss Isabel. You'll always be my greatest what if.
Oh, I hate those.
I hate
the what ifs.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, if you're going to make a fool of yourself for someone, go ahead. If you really need to.
And I'd really rather that it was like, it didn't work. Rather than a what if.
That's horrible.
Because at least with a it didn't work, you tried it out.
And you knew
it
just wasn't going to work.
Exactly. Because what if you don't know? It could have worked. It could have not worked. Number 8 coming from Michelle Avellino. When one person, sometimes when just one person is missing in your life, the whole world seems depopulated.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden you're on an island all alone.
Yeah, like...
You're really not.
Like you're walking on a very busy street and you feel like it's deserted.
Yeah.
There's nobody here.
Perception.
It's just that one person who was missing.
Yeah. One person... There's still 6 billion people on the planet, but for some reason, after one person leaves your life...
It's empty.
It's empty.
It's aalog-alog. Number 7 from Krabbylicious. I gave up. Not because I stopped loving you, but because I got tired of getting hurt.
Oh, well, I know this feeling.
And I still love you.
Yeah, I know this feeling. Yeah. Sometimes you leave for... Not because the love is gone, but because they're not treating you right.
Yeah. And the entry that caps off the bottom half of the top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates comes from Yontifian.
Yontifian says,
I would rather be ignored forever rather than remembered only when needed. There are some relationships like
that. Yeah. I agree.
You only remember me when you need me.
Yeah. And even for friends. There are friends like that. I mean, you really think that they're there, but then... Only when they need something, they need money, or they need kasama in a gimmick.
I remember there was a time
somebody to drive.
You've never heard from these friends. Suddenly they want to have coffee with you, and then it turns out
they want to sell you something.
That pyramid thing, remember?
They want to sell you something,
or they want to be that.
And I felt like I was
call it like they're offering you a job. "Quote unquote job." Just by selling a certain product.
You felt bad. I felt so bad.
I was victimized by that so often
because they're encouraged to look up their old friends in this little training that they have.
And I thank heavens that there was no Facebook then.
Yes,
because I bet you if that happened during the Facebook era,
look,
oh my!
It doesn't matter if they want to present a business proposal to you. Anyone can do that. But it's when they do it under the guise of like, I miss you.
Let's have coffee.
We haven't seen you in a while.
I'd rather that you go, hey, I haven't really talked to you, but you know what? I got a business proposal.
Would you like to hear it?
Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Rather than tell you that they miss you and then turns out they didn't really miss you. They want to sell you something.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. So, the top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates. Number 5. Coming from Vanilla Bean Lux. Sometimes you need to bleed to know that you're alive.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you haven't gotten hurt. I hate thinking this because I don't like getting hurt, but it is true though. Like we always say this, like when a part of your body hurts, you are hyper aware of its existence.
Yeah.
Let's say you stubbed your little toe. It's as if your whole body doesn't exist. It's just your little toe because it hurts.
Yeah.
To a degree, even emotionally, that sort of is...
You know what hurts?
What?
I got up from bed the other night and I miscalculated. I didn't clear my ankle from the bottom of the bed.
Yeah.
And I scraped it.
Ow.
Like scraped the back of the Achilles. The Achilles
heel.
Not the heel.
Tendon.
The tendon. It scraped, and it's even now. It's been 3 days. It hurts like anything. I can hardly walk.
The one that I just talking about it still makes me cringe is when your toe goes under something, but the nail is.
Yeah.
What do you call that? Not stub, but.
You didn't stub it. It's like the nail got separated from
the toe.
The toe.
Because of that little clearing. Let's say a door. You open a door. Let's say the door has a space.
That hurts.
I know. That hurts.
That hurts.
I can't
really
stand
hurts.
that.
Or when you're trying to open a bottle of can.
Yeah.
I mean, a bottle of can. What the heck? No, a can of soft drinks. Those easy open cans. Yeah. And then your nail separates from
because of the...
Has that happened to you? Because that's happened to me.
I remember way back, Chingay Andrada of The Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
When she still worked with us, we had a big swinging door that had a clearing. It wasn't it didn't quite touch the floor. So there was a clearing. I was on my way in. She was on her way out.
And then?
When I pushed the door, her toe went under and she was doubled up in pain. I was like, sorry, I didn't know you were on your way out. And she was like on the floor in a fetal position.
For sure, that hurts.
I was like, did I remove your toenail? Because it was, and I swore I could hear a crack.
Yeah.
Like the nail separating from the toe.
I'm weak.
Sorry, Chingay.
Years later. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Number 4 coming from... Okay, let's see here. From Ashaman Lester. Does it really get better? Or do we just push it down deeper?
Both.
Like the hurt?
I think both.
A little bit of both?
Yeah. It's like a scar. And then it gets buried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the pain doesn't go away. You just sort of like get used to it.
You get used to it.
Or you push it down.
Or you learn to live with it.
You learn to live with it. And number 3 from Mark Ryan. Ipinanganak akong walang kakambal. Mahalin mo din ako ng walang karibal.
Whoa.
That's nice, right?
But that's gotta suck for twins.
I know. Yeah, just because. Well, yeah. Well, it doesn't mean you can cheat.
This is not literal.
Your girlfriend
it's
is
not literal.
Yeah.
But
all she's saying is, I was born alone, so I want to be loved just me. I don't want any kakambal when it comes to your love. I don't want a kahate. Because I guess that's the thing. Because with twins, let's face it,
they're sharing
you have
everything.
A kahate
in everything.
In everything.
The every single thing that you get from your mother. Most of us were called singletons.
Yes.
And then you call twins, triplets, quadruplets like multiples.
Yeah.
And when you read the books about pregnancy, they
call them multiples.
They call them multiples, and they really do share. And that's why most mothers who are pregnant with twins or more have to eat more calories.
Oh, because it's like 2 people. Because
they have to supply 2 babies inside of them. Never mind that their bodies are still the same.
And the one I was, I think it was Nat Geo or one of those about twins. They were saying that a lot of twins who live together look very different because they need
to be different from each other.
They want to make sure that people know that it's them and not their twin.
Yeah. But the farther apart they are.
The twins who do not see each other, strangely, adopt the same look, the same hairstyle, the same style of clothing.
Even choose the same mates.
Exactly.
Yeah. I watched that too.
That is so creepy for me. It's like, wow.
And then they're in related industries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like especially twins who've never met each other. Because there are twins who live apart, but they're in contact with each other. Not that. We're talking about those who do not have any contact with each other. They end up looking exactly alike.
Yeah.
Isn't that just amazing?
And choices that are the same.
Yeah.
And they're the only people on the planet who have the same DNA.
Like they get married at the same age.
Yeah.
They marry the same kind of guy. You know, that sort of thing.
Well, I always tell people I meet who are part of twins, I go, you've never been alone. Mm-hmm. From the beginning, you weren't alone.
Yeah.
You were with somebody.
Even in the womb, you were alone.
In the womb.
You were with
Because my best friend in the States, she has twins now. Mm-hmm. She's about to give birth in November, and she has a boy and a girl.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's just as small as me.
But they say that the thing that we're talking about are with the identical twins. Because they're sharing exactly the same. DNA. Fraternal twins don't. They're two separate people.
Yeah.
They just happen to be in the same womb. Yeah.
Different eggs, same womb.
Different DNA structure, different whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And number 2, coming from Chuvlet. I wish I saved up all the tears I cried for you so I can drown you in them. It's nothing romantic.
Okay.
It's nothing romantic. So I could drown you in
Bitter.
them. And the top heartbroken tweet or status update comes from Yontifian.
Yontifian says,
eventually, one of two things will happen. Either he will realize you're worth it, or you will realize that he's not.
Or both.
Or both. They usually go together.
I hate sad endings.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, really? That's how it's
sad
going to end?
This is not good.
You know, there is a reason why, at least here in the Philippines, they say sad endings don't earn money.
Yeah, life is hard
movies?
enough. Why would we want to expose ourselves?
That's why sometimes the braver filmmakers who give you a sad ending, they get into a lot of arguments with the producer because it's the producer who stands to lose
money
or gain money
if they don't sell the movie.
Yes, yeah. And they really say if it's
they
a sad
say the
ending,
poorer the country, the more they like fantasy.
Yes.
Or if they like drama, they like the hyper emotional, the telenovelas where it's too much. Mm-hmm. There's too much pang-aape, and then you rise above and you become this famous person who puts everybody in their place.
So like the movie of My Best Friend's Wedding.
Yeah.
That's not going to fly.
Yeah, not in the Philippines.
Because it's like, what?
They don't end up together.
She ends up with a gay best friend. Right? It's like it's not going to sell in the Philippines.
Look, life is hard enough in the Philippines. Yeah. We want something that gives us hope more than tell us, life sucks. Hello everybody, this is Del and I've got the news update on this holiday Monday, August 29, 2011. The news is Hollywood hunk Brad Pitt played a real-life hero on the set of World War Z in Scotland on Thursday by saving an extra who had stumbled in an action scene. The star currently filming the post-apocalyptic movie in Glasgow and was shooting a high-octane sequence with 700 extras when one woman stumbled and fell during a stampede. According to the Scottish Sun, Pitt quickly helped the extra to her feet just before she was trampled by the running crowd. A source tells the publication that lots of people hurt themselves, and Brad came to the rescue of one woman who slipped. The extra couldn't believe it when Brad picked her up. He didn't have time to speak to her as it was mid-shoot. But she said afterwards how grateful she was despite having a badly grazed knee.
Because they say in a stampede, there are no individual brains.
No.
Even if it's a fake stampede.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, remember, you can't really see what's in front of you. All you're seeing is
just
the back of the head of the one in front of you. You're all running. You're not individual people. You're one big unit charging like a
just
tsunami.
Like
yeah, just like herds. So sometimes just because, even if let's say somebody saw you in time and wanted to stop because everybody else is running, you're sort of like pushed forward.
And it's a lot like the mosh pit as well.
Yeah.
People from the back.
You can't really say, well, it's a movie scene. You can always stop it. Not really.
Not really.
When
and
you're
with 700 people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
and if you're in the middle of that.
It was dangerous. She was really in a very difficult spot. So
people probably parted when Brad Pitt came along.
I know, right?
Well, so we hear this often. A lot of stars actually do come to ordinary people's rescue.
Did you see the it wasn't a rescue, but when Ryan Gosling broke up the fight? It was just a girl who had her phone filming the fight. She was filming the fight, and initially you'd see two people fighting.
Like a real fight in a bar?
No, on the street.
Oh,
They were fighting about something, like a sign or something, and there were two other people trying to stop the fight, and they weren't really able to fight. And they were talking like, "Oh my goodness, look at that, look at that!" And then suddenly, here comes another guy, and the others were trying to stop them very, very lamely, and then here comes a guy who put them apart, and really stepped in between. And then suddenly the other girl was like, "Oh my goodness, it's the actor." You can hear them. I was like, which one? And blah, blah, blah. No.
So it was Ryan.
It was Ryan Gosling.
Wow.
He really just stepped in.
Well, with a body like he showed up in Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah.
He could handle two guys.
Right.
He's so lean. So muscular. You couldn't tell, like if you saw him in a suit, you'd just think, okay, he's kind of scrawny. But then when he took off his shirt in Crazy Stupid Love, there was an audible sigh. He's really buff. Really, really buff.
But in a small way. Not in a Thor way.
Not as big as Thor,
Yeah.
but when you see it, it's pretty big. And you wonder why you never noticed
Why does he look skinny if he's so big?
I think it's the face. Because the face is
thin.
long,
Yeah.
It's a lot like Aaron Carter.
Yeah.
Anyway, but as far as Brad Pitt and this extra is concerned, it was a happy ending.
The top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates. Starting off at number 10 from Grizz. Iba ang pinaglalaban sa pinagpipilitan.
Yes,
right?
I agree.
I love this one because we rarely tackle this aspect of a breakup.
Yeah.
When is it pinaglalaban? When is it pinagpipilitan? You have to know the difference.
Because sometimes it's time to let go.
Yeah.
And you don't. That's pinagpipilitan.
But then don't let go too early.
Because you need to fight for something.
Need the part where it's pinaglalaban. But it's the line is very
That's the tricky
thin.
part.
Yeah. Number 9 coming from Stansky. I don't miss you. I miss who I thought you were.
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone's been through this.
Yeah.
Because you thought, sometimes you fall in love, you think somebody's a certain way.
Yeah.
And then, you thought he was straight. And then you find out he's gay. You're like, okay.
He's gay,
I better look
or you thought he was gay.
But then he was
turns out straight.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that could be.
Number 8 coming from Pedrong Hilaga. Why is it that the person you love and the person that loves you are two different people?
Oh, they can't be the same?
Yeah. You love somebody, but that somebody doesn't love you. And then somebody loves you, but you don't love that
them.
somebody. Why is it always the two different people? Why can't it be the same one?
I hear people whose problem is that.
That was for me, this was my story. For the longest time.
It doesn't match.
It doesn't match. I would never complain that nobody loves me. It's because I would always find, people who liked me, but I didn't like them. And then the people that I liked didn't like me. And it was like, when will it match? It never matched. And it was really weird. It was really weird. And for the longest time,
that could be frustrating.
For years and years and years, this was my story. More than breaking up, or it was really this. Number 8 coming from, number 7 from Cristiano Ronaldo. Anong hayop ang nagsisimula sa letter X?
Ano?
Ex-girlfriend. Hayop siya.
That's why I like Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
You're an evil ex waiting to happen.
What's that? 7 X's? Did he have to fight 7 X's?
He had to fight.
Of the girlfriend.
Yeah, and he didn't know. And one of them was a girl. Yeah, and a girl kept appearing and trying to pick a fight with him. And he's like, why? Why are you doing this? And then in one confrontation he goes, because we used to go out together.
Oh,
so one of the exes was a girl.
Goodness.
Yep.
But then how come it sounds like a good film?
It really is.
It was blasted by the critics.
Because I don't know.
If you were to read it was like the worst movie of the year.
Watch it, because I loved it. I really loved it.
Because I loved when before it came out, I saw the trailer. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is going to be a huge hit.
No.
And then it was shown, and the critics were went wild.
I love the part where this guy, the guy hits the girl who had highlights.
Okay.
And then he goes, oh, you punched the highlights out of her hair. And then the guy goes, I'm not afraid to hit girls. I'm a rock star.
Oh.
And that's Brandon Routh.
oh wow,
the guy
Superman.
who played Superman. But in this
Not
one,
anymore.
he's like a real douchebag. He's like a bad boyfriend.
Oh, he must feel bad. He lost the franchise.
Yeah, because I don't think he's got that appeal.
You know what he lacks? Because Superman is a good guy. He's the opposite of Batman. Batman is all darkness and the dark side of superhero-ness.
Yeah.
But Superman is always... But Superman, no matter how good, you know that there's a streak that he's keeping, that he's trying to tame. Because in the comic books, he does have a dark side.
Superman?
But he wouldn't... It's there, just like the great heroes like Harry Potter, like Frodo. There's always a dark side.
But they just don't.
That's what Brandon Routh lacked. He was so... like caricaturish.
Yeah.
There was no depth.
Yeah.
You need to have that. He's good. Or is he?
But what about Christopher Reeve? Because he was such a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
He was such a good guy.
I don't know. But maybe like in this age of like reinvention.
Oh, okay.
You need to have that realistic.
That conflict between good and evil.
So I hope Henry Cavill maintains that. That little thing that you see in the glitter of his...
Because I think you are more of a hero if you have a tendency to be bad, but you choose good.
Yeah. Like there has to be a little bit of tragedy in the hero. That Shakespearean tragic hero. Yeah.
That it's not because you don't have evil in you, but you choose to be good.
Perfect example is Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, just like that. And the entry that caps off the bottom half of the top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates comes from Luwin V.
He says,
Mahal na mahal na mahal kita. Kaso ang layo ng bahay mo.
Time for the third news update. On a Monday, one of our more favorite updates.
Box office.
The Help remained Hollywood's top draw with $14.3 million on a slow late summer weekend whose business was even more sluggish as many East Coast theaters closed to ride out the storm in the East Coast.
Amazing.
Yeah, because there was a storm and then there was an earthquake, right? So people were not going to movies.
Remember, even big action blockbusters don't last more than 1 week.
But with The Help, with Emma Stone starring in it, it's now three weeks.
First week was number two. And then it did what very few films can do, which is move up to number one.
And then stayed there for another week.
Incredible.
Wow. Emma Stone is made.
No wonder Jim Carrey's crazy about it.
It's okay, we'll talk about that later. Irene, the storm, was downgraded from a hurricane to a tropical storm on Sunday in the East Coast, but the weekend already was a lost cause for many theaters in its path. Studio executives estimate that about 1,000 theaters shut down for at least part of the weekend and that business may have been off 15 to 20% because of the storm. That's a lot of money down. The Help has been number one for 2 straight weekends. The acclaimed adaptation of Catherine Stockett's novel about black Southern Maine sharing stories about white employers amid the civil rights movement earned now a total of $96.6 million just in the U.S. But it is expected to cross a $100 million mark by Tuesday.
This is a success story.
Wow. Zoe Saldana's action tale, Colombiana, released by Sony, opened in second place with $10.3 mil. Guy Pearce and Katie Holmes' horror story, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, debuted a week third with $8.3 million. Paul Rudd's comedy, Our Idiot Brother, I want to watch this. I really want to watch this. Okay, Our Idiot Brother premiered at number 5 with $6.6 million.
Sad.
Yeah,
I really expected it to earn much more than that.
I forgot the 2 girls that's who play his sisters. I forgot, but
I saw the trailer. It looks funny.
It looks so funny.
Yeah.
I like Paul Rudd.
Like a loser brother.
A loser. Well, idiot.
Yeah, idiot.
He really was. He sold weed to a cop who was in uniform. Yeah. Well, that's one of the scenes that you'll see in the trailer. I was watching his what do you call this interview? I forgot whether that's Conan or David. And then I think the host, one of them, asked, "Is your father Harry?" Because Paul Rudd.
He is.
Yeah, Paul Rudd had like a picture of himself like looking like the Unabomber.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Yeah, my father was her suit."
Yeah.
But I had to tweet about it. This guy's so lovable.
And he is, even when he has when he's shirtless, he looks like a bear.
a bear.
He's so hairy.
I'm just saying you could say hairy.
Yeah.
But he opted to use the word hirsute, on national television. And this is Paul Rudd. You don't expect him to have a great vocabulary.
Yeah.
But I think he's an ultra smart guy.
Hey, did you see speaking of Emma Stone, and remember that Jim Carrey Emma Stone thing? Mm-hmm. Did you see the spoof of Kathy Griffin?
No.
She did that sort of thing with Justin Bieber. And then she goes like, because he was talking about, was Jim Carrey talking about eggs? Like,
no.
Well, anyway, she was saying like, my eggs. Well, okay, fine. I don't have any anymore. It was like
because it's so funny.
She's funny.
No, but also, if you didn't know, Jim Carrey had written, had posted a video blog.
Yeah.
About him professing his love for Emma Stone. And at the beginning, it was really sweet. I was cute.
Well, to a degree, I was cringing. I was like, don't do this. This is so naked. It's so emotionally naked because I thought it was real.
But it got worse and worse.
Yeah.
They think it's real. The spin is that it's not.
No, because okay, here's my call on it. I just posted it on my blog because I had to like
check it out.
I need to say something about it. Mm-hmm. I seriously was, is this real? The whole time, is this real? And then I'll go, oh no, it's a joke. And then after a couple of more minutes, wait, this is real. And then I'm like, wait, this is a joke. But you know what what made me sure? The ending.
Which was?
When he was lipping, I love you, I do. And then his chin started quivering. It was classic Jim Carrey acting.
Yeah, but he's just doing that.
I don't know. Really? Because I was like, I'm sure now that it's a joke.
Really? I don't think so.
Because if it were not a joke, I would have had the same reaction. I was like, don't do this. This is so embarrassing. For you, I feel embarrassed for you because it's.
But he's Jim Carrey. He's gonna always try to make it funny.
Even
his tweets always end with a super boink or something, a boink.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of weird that way. He has this hashtag boink.
Yeah.
I think it's real.
Oh my goodness.
I really think it's real.
Because for me, that ending was like his way of telling us, okay, it's a joke. Because it was a little OA. Because the others were like, oh, this looks so real. This looks painful. It was almost painful to watch.
I have a feeling it's real.
Ooh.
But I didn't see the ending.
Oh, did you? You didn't finish it?
No.
Oh, watch it again.
Okay, maybe I'll
watch it again because it looked very. Suddenly, it became. Oh, it's him. He's back to Jim Carrey, the actor. Because the first part
he's never done
really
like that.
looked real.
I think it's real.
I love the part where my pee isn't as strong as
I know. That's so. Okay, if you want to know more about this video that we're talking about, you have to catch it.
Yeah.
You posted it?
Yes.
Oh, you posted it.
I posted both, even the Kathy Griffin.
Okay, chicogarcia.wordpress.com, and then you tell us if you think he's kidding, this is a shtick of his, or it's real, and he's trying to make light of it towards the end. Anyway, that is the news here on The Morning Rush.
The top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates. Number 5 from Jeremiah. To quote Sue Bin Lee. Anyway, Sue Bin Lee. 1,000 stabs in front cannot compare to one on the back.
Oh, maybe somebody.
This doesn't have to be romantic. It can. You can remember. You can be heartbroken
with friends and family.
With friends, with family, with.
I have a friend who kind of lost a huge amount of money, not because some stranger or some friend or acquaintance stole the money, but it was a family member. That would hurt so much. Yeah. And you can feel. I could almost feel her heart breaking. Yeah. When she told me, it's like, and sometimes it's the person you least expect
who would do this to you.
Who would do this to you?
I just digressed because I just unplugged I just remembered it. I unplugged my laptop from the charger. It's really like, I read a couple of articles. They're really saying, do not overcharge. Just a little tip to make your gadgets live longer. They say really the fastest way to kill your battery is to overcharge it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I always overcharge mine.
Oh, don't. It decreases the life of your battery.
Oh.
And people who overcharge need to replace their battery way sooner than those who don't. So the moment your charger goes green, Unplug
Take it out.
Take it out.
Okay.
Never. And or remember those a lot of people I know charge, let's say, their phone overnight. Don't.
Oh,
charge it when you're awake.
Because that's when most people charge their phones at night. Wow.
So they really say the fastest way to shorten your battery's lifespan is to overcharge. So do not overcharge.
Okay.
I just remembered it because I unplugged it, so I might forget. Number 4, coming from Yon Tifian, you made yourself believe you don't deserve me. So eventually, you lived up to it.
Okay.
And eventually, you really became undeserved. Yeah.
A self-fulfilling prophecy.
You started not deserving me because of you thinking that. And just one more from Yon Tifian. If a girl is silent, it's very dangerous. She's either overthinking, tired of waiting, about to blow her top, needs a hug, falling apart, or crying. All of the above.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Number 3, coming from Stansky. You said I love you. I said it back. The only difference between us is I meant it, you didn't.
I wonder how she found out, or he found out, that the I love you was not meant.
Maybe, sometimes you do something, like we were saying earlier, that sort of cancels everything before that.
Yeah.
Because if you do something so horrible, then you'd go, maybe you didn't love me. You said you loved me, but
well, it's one thing to say it.
It's another.
It's another to really to make some. What was that? I was watching a movie, and one of the nice things I got off of it was, when you say you love someone, that really only matters to you. The only person that it affects is you when you say I love you, or you feel love for somebody. It's only when you do something about this love that it
matters to another
person. Like a guy or a girl could be in love with someone for 20 years, never say it but feel it. Like
then it matters only to you.
But then it only matters to you because you never said it, you didn't do anything about it. Your love, I think, love is shown by the things you do for people.
It's like utot.
What?
Hanggat hindi mo nilalabas, hindi alam ng tao na nasa loob mo.
Hindi pa yun utot. That's just gasping.
Right? But the moment ilabas mo, alam na ng lahat.
Gross.
Right? So love is utot. Like utot.
Like utot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do that as your status, okay, everyone? Ang pag-ibig ay parang utot. Walang saysay hanggat di mo na ilalabas.
Okay.
Right?
More eloquent words.
Yes. And then, number 2, coming from Tan Serafina. Why am I going through all this BS when all I wanted was to love?
Oh, yeah.
That's all you wanted.
I agree with that sentiment. You kind of wonder what's up.
Yeah, why am I going through so
hard?
much pain?
Yeah.
I just want to love. What is so difficult with that?
And it's not just romantic either.
Yeah.
Sometimes to parents, sometimes to siblings, to friends, to whoever else that you will love. Why isn't it that simple? You really run through a lot of problems.
Yeah. You just wanted to love.
Yeah.
It should sound so simple.
But it's not.
And the top heartbroken tweet or status update comes from Green Shadow.
Green Shadow says,
a lot of new ones, right?
Yeah.
You notice?
Most of the names we have not heard
I'm not
before.
doing this on purpose. It's really just, what I always do is I always read it first. I don't read the name first. So,
what?
I
thought you were going to say, sawa na kami sa old timers.
No. Not at all. Promise. Not at all. I would always read the entry first, and then I look at who sent it.
Oh, okay.
And then but it just so happened that, I don't know why, so many new names today. Green Shadow says, when you left, what really, really hurt was how you made it look so easy.
Yeah.
You didn't even seem like you had a hard time.
Like you were just waiting to bolt.
Yeah.
You were waiting for your opening.
Yeah. At the very least, if I saw that you were having as hard a time as I was, not that it makes it any easier, but at least, you're like, oh, he or she also had a hard time. But if you, were jumping and skipping away.
It's like you don't mean a thing. Yeah, you don't mean a thing.
Yeah, it was so easy. Because sometimes, if they really loved you, even if they're the ones who left, you know that they're in pain because they don't want to hurt you, or they've learned to love you, but they just need to go, right? So it would still hurt. But when they're like...
oh, okay then. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
And it's like, party.
When it's easy.
When it's easy for them and it's tough for you, that's hard. Right?
Well, some people pretend like it's easy.
Yeah.
Because they need to save face. But then you'll know. You'll know.
And your common friends will tell you. Oh, you know what? Naglalasing siya araw-araw. Actually, there was an earlier entry.
This is so old.
No, because there's this one entry earlier. The boyfriend and the girlfriend were talking, right? And then the girlfriend goes, alam mo, nakita ko yung ex ko. Sabi nila, 7 taon siyang naglalasing. Araw-araw umiinom siya mula nung nag-break kami 7 years ago. And then the boyfriend goes, wow, ang haba ng celebration.
Celebration. Ding dong, the witches.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's funny, that's the call of the boyfriend.
Yeah.
You can tell what's on his mind.
Yeah, we weren't really a catch.
No.
It's nice that he got rid of you.
Yeah. He envies the ex.
Yeah. Hello there. Good morning, folks. This is the final news update here on The Morning Rush. My name is Del. I got this one. Thanks to Smart Let's Make Life Extraordinary, Katy Perry was blasted as an uncompassionate carnivore by a woman who spotted her eating a turkey drumstick. The American singer is married to Russell Brand, who is a vegetarian. His dietary choices have previously rubbed off on his spouse, who famously revealed she'd be munching on a tofurkey last Christmas.
Tofurkey.
Yeah,
a tofu turkey.
During a recent day out in Canada, Katy was seen eating a hunk of smoked meat.
Okay. You have to say it fast, Del.
Okay.
You can't stop it. She was seen eating a hunk.
Who doesn't want to? If it's for sale, who wouldn't want to?
You have to keep going.
One hunk and one for takeout. Katy was seen eating a hunk of smoked meat.
There you go.
By a passerby. The teenager commented and she thought Katy was vegetarian, prompting her mother to remonstrate with the singer, saying, quote, "What a hypocrite. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're a traitor and an uncompassionate carnivore. Wasn't your husband named sexiest vegetarian recently? Does he even know about this?" She is quoted as saying by National Enquirer. Katy blushed but tried to make light of the situation, saying, "Well, I guess you could say I'm cheating on my husband."
Well, she didn't say she was vegetarian. Her husband is vegetarian. That does. If you're married to a vegetarian, does it mean you have to be one? It's like if you're married to a Catholic, but you're not. Does it mean you have to be Catholic too?
Because I think
kind of weird.
It's funny that you should say that, because I really think that people get so high and mighty when it comes to any cause.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just vegetarianism.
Exactly.
It could be environmentalism. Could be religion. Could be...
Well, plus it's not her cause. I would understand if, let's say, she's like the PETA spokesperson urging everyone to be vegetarian. Then yes, I would say that's a little bit hypocritical, because who are you to preach if you don't practice the same thing? But she's not. She's not a vegetarian poster girl.
She's just married to one.
She's just married to one. And she never said she was vegetarian. She never espoused vegetarianism. It's Russell Brand. So that's harsh.
It's a bit harsh. It's brutal.
That's harsh.
And when you say uncompassionate carnivore, you know, to someone who never even pretended that she was.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and even when she started like eating vegetarian, you know, she was trying it out. But that doesn't mean that you've made a commitment. And even if you have, there are lapses. We're all humans.
I think this is too much.
That's a little too much. And she, like, if I were her, I would be like, I hope you never do anything contrary to what you've said.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's a high and mighty thing to say.
Let's see, because I'm just glad because Katy Perry has
a sense of humor.
A sense of humor about it. You know, she never defended herself.
I think she's happy.
I think she's really like that.
I think because, you know, if you're not in a good place, you'd snap. I think you'd snap back. But I think she's maybe in a good place, so you can be, because, you know, sometimes you're not in the mood for that sort of BS, you know, like you're minding your own business. And here comes this woman who doesn't know the first thing about you.
There's this woman on her high horse.
And calls you a hypocrite and an uncompassionate
carnivore. Yeah.
That's a little too much.
A traitor.
A traitor.
Called a traitor. I mean, that's too much.
Too harsh.
Yeah, that's too much. I mean, you can feel certain, you have opinions about people.
At least
there's one that's taking it to the extreme.
Maybe you can joke.
Yeah.
You know, you can joke about it and maybe like, Allah, your husband's a vegetarian. He'll get mad at you. He'll get mad to you.
Just like that, huh? And then Katie's thinking, what a weirdo.
Yeah, you go to Katy Perry and then you go, he'll get mad to you, ah.
You-ha. You know,
eating...
foreigners always say that. This is one of the things they noticed about Filipinos.
What? The ha?
We say you-ha.
You-ha?
They don't understand why we say that. I mean, they can mimic it.
You know what? That is so funny. Because the dive master that we met, he's Australian.
Mm-hmm.
When we went to Coron, when was that? Earlier this year or late last year? He's also on my Facebook, and then 2009, and then I posted my new camera, the Sony NEX5, right? And then he put a comment and he said, "Yuha, you're so lucky." This is an Australian,
but they find that
pure
funny.
Australian.
Yeah, they really find.
But
that
you can
funny.
tell that he's getting how we talk.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Yuha, you're so lucky."
And they were asking me, "What does that mean, yuha?" What does ha mean?
Ikaw ah.
But what does ha mean? It's like you're found out.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? You've been found out. Well, we figure it out. We just want to tell you.
So
that
just in case you see Katy Perry, practice it.
Yuha.
You're eating carny.
Carny. Because you're a carnivore.
Top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates. Let's start off at number 10. Coming from Artemused. You will always be that girl, even if I will never be that man.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Number 9, coming from Ashaman Lester. Dear Prince Charming, take your glass slipper and screw yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Number 8, coming
That's
from...
Prince Not So Charming.
Not So Charming. Or charming at first.
Yes.
Turned out to be a jerk later.
A jerkazoid.
Number 8 from Owned You Know. For my sister when our puppy died. Remember, heartbroken doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. You can be heartbroken because your puppy died.
Yeah.
So the sister said, our dead are never dead until we forget them.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
until
true.
we remember them, they are. They're alive.
They're alive in our memories.
In our hearts, in our memories. Number 7, coming from Kite Cruz. Walang dapat ikainggit kung pangit ang ipinalit.
Oh, sometimes it hurts more.
Really?
Sometimes. Because you're thinking, what? What, really? You chose that over me?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember we talked about this. Is it better that they left you for somebody who's really hot or somebody who's really not?
Because for me, it doesn't matter.
And remember the other one?
Yeah.
Would you rather na iniwan ka ng boyfriend mo para sa isang babae or sa isang lalaki?
Oh my gosh. But for me, any kind of leaving is going to hurt.
Does it matter?
Does it matter if it's a guy? Does it matter if it's a girl? Does it matter if she's hot?
What matters is they left.
They left. Exactly.
Right. Number 6 from Chuvlet. We'll just do a quick batch of 10. Chuvlet says, be careful when leaving someone to look for someone better. Because if you already had the best, better is a step down.
Oh, that's true.
It's true.
That's true.
Number 5, coming from Belle Anna PM. Kill me again. Kill me now, then do it again. That's how it sometimes feels, right? And
depressing.
I know, right? And number 4, coming from Super Jelly. There's a girl in my mirror tonight, and there's nothing I can say to make her feel all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just gotta let it hurt.
I know.
I got that from Californication. Yeah.
And also, AC Adrian, Acelicious, sorry. Password ka ba? Kasi hindi kita makalimutan, pero ang dali mong palitan. Right. Number 2, coming from Don Camote. I walked away because you were slipping away.
Yeah, there you go. I would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're already slipping away.
Yeah, you're already gone.
Yeah.
You're on your way out. So
that's a sad 2 words. Almost gone.
Almost gone.
You're not quite gone.
Or the Kelly Clarkson song, Already Gone.
Already gone, yeah. And the top heartbroken tweet or status update comes from DJ Gambit.
He says,
"It's not that we weren't meant to be together. We were just not ready for forever."
That hurts.
You were meant to be together, just not forever.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, that sucks.
That sucks.
That really sucks.
In a word, it sucks.
It sucks.
To wit,
right?
It sucks.
Yeah, puwit. It.
No. No, really.
No. Drop the thought.
Yes, drop it. Move away.
Okay, move away. I'm moving away. The top 10 heartbroken tweets or status updates. I'll just give you the runners-up, okay? Amaranth says, "May the sun always shine on you. Sana masunburn ka." Eric.
I thought because the sun kills germs.
Right.
Viruses. What's that? It's a disinfectant.
Yeah, like it
the
brings
sun
the sun
kills germs, something, and viruses.
Just like this product. Eric Sanchez says, "I just found out after you left me that tears are 1% water, 99% feelings."
Aww.
Gemini13 says, "Love is a sacred madness."
Yes.
It's madness.
But it's sacred. Yeah.
Chum says, "I'm not Rihanna. I do not love the way you lie."
That's nice.
I don't love the way
you lie.
Blitzkrieg says, "Aakyatin ko ang pinakamataas na bundok. Tatawirin ko ang pinakamalalim na karagatan. Malayuan ka lang."
You think that they would cross it for you.
For you.
But no, just to get away.
To get away from you.
That's horrible.
Chano says, Sean Michael says, "Napakaikli ng pag-ibig, napakahaba ng paglimot."
Oh, that's a Pablo Neruda line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lock on. Rich Baboy says, "I always get what I want. So if I cannot have you, then I don't want you."
Ah, it's the other way around.
The other way around.
Nice.
Mr. Perk says, "After you left, I just counted the years without you that I was perfectly fine."
Oh, this is so sad.
Right? You just look back. Pre-you.
And then post
fine.
you. Yeah. Post you.
Yeah.
Not.
And then Yan Hodge says, "Laro tayo. May bago akong game. Ang tawag, tanga-tangahan. Hahabulin kita, tapos papaasahin mo ko."
Yay! Oh.
Okay. And then number 2.
But she admits. Because the title of the game is
Tanga-tangahan. Number 2, from Chano. "Kailan siya pag-ibig, kailan siya katangahan."
Oh.
Right? When do you know? When is it love?
And nobody knows.
And when is it stupidity?
Yeah, but you never know.
No.
I know of people who I thought, like, you should have just let it go.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, they're the ones who are happy relationships that are working, and then those people, you can tell. You cannot tell.
And the top heartbroken tweet or status update comes from Lock on Stratus.
Lock on Stratus says,
"Let me ruin your life. Let me break your heart. Then I'll ask you, why can't we be friends?"
Friend in mamukha mo. Right.
And you're asking me why?
Why?
Let's switch it around. Let's see how you feel.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we took up more than enough of
the Rodan.
The Roniel.
the Rodan show. So we gotta go.